some of the critics are saying that banning ChatGPT is as silly as 20 years ago people saying that they should ban the Google search engine, because it was the exact same fear at that time that students would start typing in their homework, asking questions to the search engine, and the search engine would throw up answers. And therefore, don't be silly. The age of AI is here. ChatGPT is here to stay. Teachers, principals, the academic system must learn how to reconcile with the new reality.
No, I agree. I actually do agree 100%. I think the first question I had when ChatGPT came out was, why couldn't this exist when I was actually in school or college?
All of us are thinking the same, Siddarth. Yes.
That's actually true. But see, this is actually the beauty of AI, right? And of technology for that matter. No matter what you can actually do, there is no way to actually stop the inexorable rise of technology as we know it as of now. So I think even if you try banning it or anything for that matter, there are ways and means for people to actually end up accessing this. And ChatGPT actually strikes at a very fundamental question about education. What is education really? Is education merely actually going on to Google or Wikipedia, reading something and regurgitating it? Or is education actually asking the right kind of questions and using the entire tool set that's available to you to make sure that you actually get the best results? And a large shift of education that we're seeing in the world right now, it's actually happening to the latter, where education no longer about answering questions, not about giving the right answer, but about asking the right questions. How do you actually poke holes in the logic that you end up seeing? And ChatGPT is actually like Google or any of the tools that already do exist. I agree that plagiarism or something is actually a point that can come up. And I'm fairly certain that using AI itself, one AI can actually figure out whether this particular sentence or paragraph or report has actually been written by another piece of AI or not. These are actually simplistic tools that can end up doing. But banning it is actually a very myopic solution. It's not going to solve anything. For that matter, instead, they should actually embrace it and put as part of the course curriculum itself. So the new generation of people coming out are actually fluent in these new age technologies, and they won't actually suffer the technology deficit that will actually prevent them from participating in the innovation economy going forward.
It's not about what education should be. It really is about what education is in the Indian context at this moment, where it's not about joining the dots, it's about being asked a question and you get marked on whether you know the answer or not. It's very often based on information. Now, especially when it comes to homework, you type in the question, it throws up a response, you ask for a play, he'll write you one, he'll write Ayush another play, he'll write me a third. Is this really a principal's worst nightmare now playing out?
You know, there have been so many nightmares that I think educators would become sleepless by now. From banning books of Dr. Seuss to banning Wimpy Kid, what is it that has not been banned over the years as far as education is concerned? So, I mean, this is another technology piece. And I think that, yes, it has become a great rage, particularly because children are using it a lot for school projects. In fact, I have a student of mine who says that he used it to write a love poem because all he did was to just put out some words and suddenly it became a poem of love which he could send to his girlfriend. The point I'm making here on a more deeper level is that, you know, in many ways, this particular app helps because it sort of brings out a lot of thought processes in a child, because it's not as though when you go into a Google, it just tells you which article to read or goes to another link. Here, it sort of opens out other horizons for you. I'm not saying it is the best thing, but at least it makes you think of other things, because children in today's board examinations or examination systems think in silos. At least this particular app is not making children think in silos if they're doing things. And as far as the rest of India is concerned, how many people really have access to technology? So India in that way, in a way, has to first look at basic technologies 2.0. Then even if they start looking at an AI, worry about the AI. But I do think that young people who have the wherewithal and who have the privilege of using these technologies can find some interesting ways of looking at the way that the neurons, the synapses of their brains work through this particular technology.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.